Hiya, it's been a while, and with a while I mean 3 months. It's only 3 months, but in a way it's also a while ago. You know what I mean? The reasons for that is one, because whenever the weather changes, I kind of get like a cold. A lot of people do. But it was a bit annoying to record a video when I was constantly coughing and, you know, the annoying feelings of having a cold. So that's one reason. The second one is when it comes to video games, I have like phases. So sometimes I really want to like play the game, do the gameplay, but now it kind of stopped. I still enjoy it, but it's not really wanna it's not really something I want to do at the moment. So I was mostly focusing on building and creating Sims. So that I've been playing The Sims, but just not the gameplay. I've also been playing Palia, so I've been playing that a lot, and I kind of put other things to the side, and maybe I've played it a bit too much, because eventually I kind of ran out of things to do. So I thought like maybe I could build like a village, because I had apparently 2 free lots. So I started to build a village also because I had a lot of furniture in Palia that I didn't really know what to do with. So I started that, and then I was like looking at YouTube, and I found a video from Sid Mac where she made a city above ground and underground. And I've seen people make villages or towns or cities in The Sims before, and I was always like, I want to do that too, but I put it to the side. And now I saw a Sid Mac's video, and I started building the village in Balia, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it now. So here we are. This is the start of building a village, and I am kind of excited for this. So I don't know if I'm gonna play in this build or not. I kind of want to, because it would be fun to see like Sims running around and stuff, but it might be a bit overwhelming, because if I would want to run every store in this build, I would have to have at least a full household of Sims, each having a small business, and even then I will have to like divide each. I have to divide the stores between those Sims, if you know what I mean. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I might. Also, obviously, this video is like 45 minutes long, so even though it's a speed build, I'm assuming you know that I'm not gonna decorate it in this video. I'm kind of thinking about doing it on a live stream, but I've never did a live stream before, so I'm kind of nervous about that. But in the beginning, I was also nervous about actually talking in my videos, and it turned out okay, I think. Even though I sometimes need to like really brainstorm about things that I want to say in the videos. But I think streaming it might go well. So I'm thinking about doing that in some time, because I want to buy a couple of packs, like Adventure Waits. I can't really remember the name, and a few kits. So I want to include those bags in this build as well. So it might be in a couple of months that I will do this stream. I don't know. I will put my link tree in the description so you can find my Twitch when I do. See, that this is what I mean. I'm already running out of ideas about what I want to talk about. Maybe I should like name all of the buildings that I know will be in this build at the moment, because I constantly come up with new things that I want to add, and I'm starting to run out of space. So yeah, I might have to stop thinking about it for, before my game starts lagging a lot, because it already shut off the game like once or twice while building. So I think it's starting to become a big build. The list. So what I definitely will be building in, or what will be a part of this town, is a fishing pond with possibly picnic blankets around it, playground equipment a bit scattered over the grass thing, a performance stage with picnic tables and barbecues, possibly, a greenhouse, a daycare, a classroom, a bar/brewery with like a vineyard. What else? A gym, a spa, so saunas, jacuzzis, massage tables, and an outdoor yoga studio kind of thing, a photo studio, a flower shop, a supermarket, an underground roller rink, an arcade and bowling, a movie theater, a restaurant, a pharmacy kind of thing, a laundromat, a fashion and jewelry store, a chapel for funerals and weddings, tombs, like an underground graveyard kind of thing, possibly an underground market, like for vampires and maybe less, like really underground things. What else? Is a bakery, or mostly like cakes and candy and that kind of stuff. A book cafe, so like coffee house, tea house, or tea room, and reading books and possibly PCs, or like video gaming and that stuff. A board game cafe, because I think it would be fun to make that in The Sims as well, because the board game cafes in real life are pretty fun to visit. So I wanted to do that as well. An art studio as well, a kind of beauty salon kind of thing, even though it won't be fully functional. What else? A furniture and decor store, that definitely too. A market, like in the middle of some buildings, that too. A tattoo shop, that as well. An indoor basketball court, and a roof winter bar kind of thing. A community pool as well. I know for certain that there will be 9 apartments, because I was running out of space. So I think that's pretty much it. I also have like 2 kind of garages, like storage space, because I wanted to include like these graffiti things kind of. So we have that as well. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's the list. So, the aesthetic of the build. I've been thinking about this, obviously, and this build is not exactly or not fully what I was going for. I wanted to build like these European towns where when you walk up, you have like these buildings on the side that kind of go with the road and with these small alleys, and where you have like these different levels, and the different levels kind of worked, but the rest not so much, because I was thinking like these alleys to end up like on the side, on the end of the lot, where Sims could like have the view of the ocean or the island, and that didn't fully work out the way I wanted to. So it might still work, because this build is mostly like the layout, and I wanted to make sure that the Sims could get everywhere to every building, and just a general image of what the floor plan is of this town. So I might change the sizes of the rooms and add some other bump outs, or maybe delete some. Same for balconies. I might change the roofing. I will most likely change the fences and the stairs. So it's still like, a thought process on how I'm gonna do this. So I might change those things in the live stream, but I don't know yet. So, the town is more old European kind of thing. So, yes, I love that about living in Europe, that you have these like older buildings that are really from the medieval period, and I think it's really interesting. So I kind of want to do that in this town as well, like make some buildings that look slightly older than others. So it's kind of like a town that you can see history has been gone through this area. Another thing that I might be like, that I'm wondering and thinking about is, am I going to add like actual families, like maybe in one household, and play with them? Like, they have history in this town, they have some power, they have a backstory, maybe with each other, or I still need to check, but like maybe a residential rental, and someone has like small businesses, or a household has like small businesses. But I don't know yet. I still need I need to look that up. I should have done that before I started recording. I think that a lot, that I should have done that before I started doing something like this. Definitely a working point. What else? Maybe like a general history about this town. Like, how old is it? Has this town known any conflict or those things? Maybe I could add like statues and ruins, and I'm thinking too far ahead because I don't have that much space. Or maybe I could build the ruins in the basement. I could do that. That it used to be larger, and that some of it has just been, that it just sunk into the ground. I could do that. Maybe. I don't know. There are a lot of things that you can build in The Sims, in the Sims town, and mostly when you're like building worlds, especially in fantasy, because I like to do that. There are a lot of things that you can add to a town or to a country or those things, and it's a bit overwhelming because there are so many things that you might need to add to make it more interesting or feel like or to make it feel more like an actual town instead of something you made up. So it's definitely a thought process to make things like this, but it's also quite fun. So I think I'm gonna have some fun with that, like make a list of things that I definitely want to add to this town to make it more alive, so to speak. I'm gonna look up some things now before I continue talking, I think. It's exactly what I expected. You can't run a small business while living on a residential rental lot. So that's gonna be a no. What I could do is make one powerful family, have them live on this lot, and have one of them own a residential rental lot and have the other families living there or something like that. So I can that could work. I'm assuming it might. It would be a good idea. But the question is, if I'm gonna have these powerful people live on this lot, how am I gonna do that? Or where will they live? I'm assuming it would be quite a large lot, or like a large apartment, not lot. It's one lot. I think the best option would be the one above the bar/brewery, I think, or maybe above the grocery store or above the restaurant. I have a couple of there are a couple of good options. But wouldn't it be like kind of weird that they live in an apartment if they are kind of old or they're like an old family? So I think I would just leave this lot as I have it now, as a small business venue, and have this family live on another lot and have one of them buy a residential rental lot. That might work, I think. Yeah, it might. Maybe I could do that too in like a Twitch stream. Make those Sims and build their house and this apartment or these houses. Because technically speaking, I could maybe have this like larger lot and make it look like a part of the town. So it could still like be in Windenburg on the island. Let me look up a map real quick. I can type apparently. Let's see. Come on. Okay, so there are a couple of lots, and it seems like there are a couple of larger lots too. Does it say somewhere the size of it? I'm sorry I'm doing this on while I'm recording it because it's a bit weird, but it's a bit easier this way. Let's see, we have a 40 by 30 and then a 20 by 20 and two 30 by 20s, and then the bluffs. So I could like have this family own this island and the bluffs, and I could maybe change the bluffs to something that's more fitting. I could possibly do that. Like have a powerful family. Yeah, that might work. It might. I don't know for sure. We'll see. Okay, I'm at like 19 minutes of talking, so maybe rambling and sometimes does something good, kind of. I think. Let's see, what else could we add to this town or add to the list of things I need to think about. Um, I can't really come up with things. Yeah, aside from like maybe add some stories between families and people who live here. But if I'm gonna use this as a small business lot, the people that will be staying here are very like random. So I can't really give them like a backstory. But I could I could have like two residential rentals, one house that this powerful family lives on, and then the 20 by 20 lot could be like a town hall, even though it won't be functional. It could work, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think I also need to make a list of things that I want to add in this underground market kind of thing, because I don't know if I said it before, but I wanted to make this for like maybe werewolves and vampires or just general underground business. So I could do a lot of things with that. I could maybe build it or decorate it in a way that it also represents history. Like this building used to be something above ground, something important, and is now something that's very much hidden, you know? Yeah, aside from like general things to add to a world or town, like traditions, holidays, what do they believe? I mean, I have a chapel and like a space for a funeral and a wedding, and I have the tombs, but maybe I could find a place somewhere that's kind of sacred. I don't know what it will be, but that's an option too. Maybe a family that's kind of like pushed to the side, that's important to the town, but no one really wants to talk about it, about this family or something. That could be an option too. There are a lot of things that I could do here, but I can't really pinpoint a lot of things aside from constantly repeating things that I might have said before. So, what else could I do? Oh, also, did I already mention that there is a flower store? Because I don't remember seeing it. I think I might have. I'm sorry. I really don't know how to fill this video, because on the one hand I want to like just do the background music, but that's like a whole like adventure in itself to find music that you can add to the background of your video. And on the one hand, when I'm watching a video and there's like background music, I'm more it's more easy for me to get distracted by other noises rather than when someone is talking. So that's might be the reason why I want to talk in this video. I'm not sure. I might change it by the next video. I don't know. Also, I've been thinking some more, and maybe I could try to use the family recipe function or like addition of businesses and hobbies to maybe make like recipes that are known in this town, so that's only available in this town, so that tourists and other people know, like, I need to go there to buy or eat that. So I might think about other custom ways that I might be able to sell or present typical objects or things of this town. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. Because I'm kind of stuck right now. Also, I think I might be able to use the activities for small businesses, not only as businesses, but maybe as holidays too, because then random people will come to the town to celebrate, and all of them can celebrate together. So it's like a one place, maybe the underground market or the above ground market or the performance stage or the winter bar, like people coming together, doing activities together, maybe baking together, or I could still think about what activities and things we can do. But I was thinking about doing that, because if I plan it as a holiday in the calendar, it might, or it's just for the household then, and not for the entirety of the town. So I might do that. I think that would be a good idea. I don't know if you think that way. What else did I think about? Or have I thought about? I don't know. Chickens. I was thinking about placing a chicken coop and having chickens running around. I think that might be a good idea too. Then there's more life. And maybe when I don't know what to add as a business activity, I could use then care for animals or something. So we could do that. Yeah, because horses and goats are household sims. I don't think I can add. So what I was saying, I don't know if you can put cat hangout and dog hangout on the same lot. I don't think you can, so that's not really an option, I think. Because I was thinking about maybe doing like a cat cafe with like the I don't know. I can't come up with the name of the things that they sit on, because I was thinking about doing that, but I don't know, because obviously the cats need to be part of the household, I think, because I think that would be the easiest way to do that, but I don't know. I have a lot of things to think about, and I'm saying most of the things in the video itself right now because I don't know what else to do. Because then you also know my thoughts on what I want to do with this town, even if it might be boring or something. Like, it's a bit easier for me because then I already know like all the things that I've mentioned, and I won't forget them because my memory is terrible. Or not terrible, it's not great. So when I record something, I have a clear vision of, or not really clear vision, but I have a vision of everything that I've said and, thought about. So that's why I'm rambling about everything that I think about doing, or, and it's a bit easier for me. So I think it might be interesting as well to maybe add like secret locations, not just the underground market, but several, and maybe just add mysteries to this lot, to this town, to the people here, because I don't know, it might be interesting, especially if you're playing, to have like a storyline or things that you can discover. I think that might be possible, but obviously it's gonna be in the basement because there's no more space in the rest of the town. And that was said really weirdly. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea too. What else could I do? Maybe another thing that I could add, maybe in the powerful family itself or somewhere else, is a sim that's like very old, like nobody knows how old they are, and they have like something paranormal, like maybe a fairy who kind of runs the 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 pharmacy, like makes cures for ailments and that kind of stuff. Maybe all of the main sims could also have like one kind of fashion style or one color palette that is very it's customary to wear that when you fully live in the town. Trading things, I think that's pretty obvious what's here to find. I mean, we have fish, we might have chickens, we have a greenhouse, nectar, we have that too. So those might be the things that, also bees. I think I put like a bee box somewhere. So there's also honey and beeswax. Candles. I think that's pretty much it. But it's a start. Yeah, fish. That could be a thing too. And I think a lot of things that you can add to a world when you're making one, most of those things I will have to write down. I can't really add it in The Sims itself, because even the description of the lot, it's not very long. So I don't think I can like write a lot of things there. So I might have to make a document for that if I'm really going to go that deep into making this town. What else? The cars outside are distracting me from my thoughts. I had something else, but I forgot it. Oh yeah, with the new pack coming out, like the royal one, there are more things that I could add to this town. Like this powerful family might be a royal family, and the town is like their first, the closest town to their palace, so to speak, or to their home. So I think that might open some more ideas to add. I can't really build like a school. I mean, I have like a classroom, but I don't think I will be able to make like an actual school. But maybe like a classroom is enough. I mean, there are only 9 apartments here, so not many people will be able to live here. I'm thinking about maybe adding a lot of art to the streets and to the walls of the buildings, because I mean we have this like art store or art studio, and also in the furniture and decoration store we will be able to buy candles and fabricated furniture and paintings. So this might be also like an artist town. They also trade in art, so maybe I could do that. Yeah, I'm just looking at Pinterest, like lists of checklists for building worlds, because I'm stuck a bit. Maybe it could also be like, no, because I think I will have to add these robots from Discover University to my household if I want to use them. So yeah, I'm gonna forget that idea. So that's not gonna go well. Nope. Yeah, I think I already said myths and history, so I think that this might be the last time I will say that. Yeah, a lot of these things I already covered or are not possible. Another thing, I don't think that I will be able to put cars down. I think so. I didn't do this in the video, just like I didn't build the underground market in the video. But I did go through debug and found like a bus stop. So I do think that I will add that, and maybe like the fence to attach the leash of a dog or a horse. So those things might be the only ways of transport on this island. So I think that would be an option, because I don't think I have the space to put cars down. So I know a lot of people like say that a 64 by 64 is a bit too big, which yes, for regular buildings I get that, but for builds like this I wish it was larger, like maybe double this size, because that would have made things so much easier, and I could have added like a lot of stuff, like more than, yeah, obviously more than this, but you know what I mean. I could have done a lot more if it wasn't a 64 by 64. If it was larger, I could have made a whole school. I could have added a town hall. I mean, I guess I kind of can, but I wanted like some kind of grass area that's the same level as the surroundings of the lot, you know? So I think that I'm going to have you enjoy silence for the last few minutes, or I don't know if the sound of The Sims is in the video. I need to check that, but I can't right now. So without me talking, that kind of silence, because I really don't know what else to talk about, and the video is coming to an end, so maybe I could have these last few minutes of non-talking. Like I said. Anyways, I hope you might join me for the live stream when I'm decorating this build, and otherwise I might see you in the next video. See ya!